What's your number?
I know this was
Mine's
months
5.
ago. You're gonna have to bear
Mine's
with me
3.
to some degree. Hey everybody, it's Super Ninja 5506.
No, you bear with me.
You
Okay.
bear with me.
You bear with me.
Hello
bear with me.
everybody, it's Super Ninja 5506 and pals with some lasers and feelings. It's Magicast Party Far Out 2, the sequel.
Only took
Sure
4
is.
months.
It only took 4 months for me to come up with a good idea and write it in 2 days. Yeah.
And remember this game.
So last time half of the cast of this game was drunk. So this time should be a somewhat different.
Oh,
experience.
that's why I don't remember. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was the eggnog drunk.
It clicked. It
Ha!
clicked.
Eggnog.
Josh was eggnog drunk and Swissy was drunk.
No, I was eggnog drunk. I was doing eggnog.
You were doing shots of things that were not eggnog.
Well, I was doing shots while drinking eggnog,
Okay.
to be fair.
All
I
right.
mean, my mouth is the mixer.
Yeah, exactly.
But just pour them both
It all
in at
goes
once.
to the same place.
Anyway,
Basically.
yeah, so last time the three of you were about to stream with me, and then a blue light happened, and you all woke up in space pods in a spaceship with a dead captain. Swissy became the new captain. Swissy really wanted to launch all of them into space to die for some reason, but the ship's
All
inboard
of who?
navigation system did not let that happen. You guys all went to a space station called the Egg Cup. I don't remember what it stands for. I'd have to scroll up in my notes somewhat. But it's some bullshit acronym, basically. But it was called the Egg Cup. It's an egg-shaped space station. Which was overrun with clones of Paul Rudd, which Josh killed a lot of. Eventually culminating in moving to the top floor and killing the Dreadlord Rudd, the one that was in charge of all the other Paul Rudds, and rescuing your now robotic friend Ninja. It's also 3,000 years in the future. That seemed worth mentioning.
5019.
5020.
But
Okay.
it was 2019 when we played this.
All right.
All right.
Yeah. And now it's 2020.
Is that enough of a catch-up for you? Do you need more?
No, I need some mustard.
I vaguely understand, but I don't remember anything after the first 30 minutes of the first time we did this. So,
Excellent.
that's fine.
Well, that's okay.
We'll just say I was drunk in canon.
Yeah, I think you said you were finding shots on the ground, if I recall. Just inside the egg cup,
That
people
sounds
left
like me.
shots all over the place for some reason.
It was a trap.
So here, session 2. I have my notes here. Also, the tags I never wrote down anywhere the tags you guys picked for the ship, but I did write them down here so that I wouldn't forget. Your ship is well armed, it has powerful shields, and a grim reputation. Those are the things about it.
A grim reputation.
Hell yeah.
Allow me to narrate now somewhat.
All
It's
right.
been several months since your adventures.
Penis.
It's been several months since your adventure on the Egg Cup, and the three of you have been acclimated to your new space life. The Far Out has undergone repairs. The sliding door to the crew chambers that Swissy kicked open has been repaired. The scorch marks and bloodstains from the bridge have been cleaned and repaired, and the body of Captain Rogers has been removed. Josh, your robot arm has been repaired, and Swissy has obtained a new leather jacket. Ninja has managed to get the three of you and your ship, the Far Out, hired by the Gaius Corporation as a contracted vessel. You've been aboard the Egg Cup for a while, waiting for your first mission, which finally came this morning. You are currently in hyperspace on the Far Out on your way to the moon 003, the location of your first mission. The briefing you all received this morning said that the primary scouts for the new colony have gone silent, and they want the three of you to investigate and report back. Tom, your onboard sat-nav, has informed you that it'll be a couple of hours before you hop out of hyperspace. What have you all been doing on the Egg Cup for the last couple months, and what are you doing now on the Far Out? The Far Out is the name of your ship. I should explain.
I spent the first few days, what's the correct word here? Annihilating any trace of any corpse of Paul Rudd.
You did some cleaning duties
to the
on
molecular
Egg Cup.
level.
You did some laser-based cleaning aboard the Egg Cup, getting it back in ship shape.
Yep.
Excellent.
Then I assume I began reading Wikipedia articles.
Just
I hear
that there's
Space Wikipedia.
Well, there's a Wikipedia article that's just a big timeline of notable events, so I assume that I just scroll over to that, start at 2020, and begin reading.
Yeah.
First notable event: American Josh disappears.
You're
Yeah,
right.
Crazy.
I made all the papers.
It made all the papers, which is weird because papers stopped when the Earth ceased to exist. Yeah. So yeah, it sounds like Josh has just been playing some historical catch up, for the most part. Yeah, like you guys all have jobs now. Like you just kind of hang out on the Egg Cup and wait for them to send you on missions. You just sort of live there now.
Hell yeah. Also, I highly recommend refreshing so you can see my new icon.
Oh, yeah.
Fine.
Just saying. I've been playing the latest
I see.
Super Smash Brothers, which now has over 3,000 characters in it.
And
Most of
half of
most
them
of
are
which
still
you've
from
never-
Fire Emblem.
Who's your main? This is important.
Ninja likes to main Zorksnaz, from the Zorksnaz series. It's a game It's a game
like
none of you would have never heard of.
Is that like a collectathon?
I main Bathtub from Final Fantasy 77.
Nice.
Bold of you to think that they could get that amount of Final Fantasies out between now and then.
That's fair.
That
It's
was some
taken
weird
them some
improv
time.
I just did. Anyway, other than that,
Yeah, so Swissy's been basically
not
playing video
much.
games. What
Yeah,
about
pretty
you,
much.
babe? What have you been doing aboard
Yeah,
the Egg
games.
Cup?
I've been looking in the mirror at myself.
Excellent. For 3 months.
nice.
Listen, have you forgotten that my one defining characteristic is sexy now?
Fair.
Sexy.
Oh, what was
doctor.
mine? Shit, hang on.
That's fair. I think
If you
yours
go to
was
your character
Hotshot.
sheet, it's on there.
I believe yours
hell
was
yeah.
Hotshot, which is why you have a leather jacket.
Nice.
Mine is Android,
Yep.
which isn't exactly
Hotshot
a
Soldier.
character trait, but here we are.
Little space
here-
adventure.
here it
name.
is. So, yeah.
I'm Android engineer.
Yep. So, what are you all doing aboard the ship? I think I, at one point, posted a diagram of the ship somewhere if you're curious what it looks like. But there's basically 2 crew rooms. There's the engineering bay, the engine room.
I'm in the engine room performing calibrations.
Excellent. Good.
And if anyone comes to talk to me, I will say all the dialogue I have available, and once I'm out, I will just say that I got to get back to calibrations.
Very good. Going the.
I'm at the.
Go on.
I'm at the laser shooting range shooting lasers.
I don't think there's a laser shooting range inside the ship.
Not on the ship, no.
Why wouldn't
Here are
there
your
be?
options.
Are you just in a?
You can be
Are
in
you
the
in?
bridge.
Have you
You
set
can-
up Have you set up a target? Just like a paper target on one of the walls of one of the crew chambers that you're just blasting.
Please do not blast a hole in our ship. Here are the
Not-
rooms available to you, Swissy. There's a bridge with pilot comms and system weapons.
Where are you seeing all this?
He posted it
Is
in the
it's
Magicast
next
party.
room.
There's an airlock. There's engineering. There's
Oh,
bunks.
would you look at that? Would you look
There's
at
the
that?
engine room.
Swissy
Well,
doesn't check.
I know where Swissy is. He's in the bunks, napping.
Yeah.
No, I'm in the bunks.
Napping.
Shooting a piece of paper
Shooting a piece of paper. Yeah,
Playing
you
Smash
goddamn right.
Brothers.
with his
Multiple-
laser blaster. Sounds
multiverse.
good.
Listen, I said what I was doing. Move the fuck on.
Okay, I'm in the medical office organizing my medical supplies
Excellent.
by
Very good.
size, starting at the smallest capsule and going to the largest one.
Makes sense.
It's just in a line across my desk.
So, as all of you are overseeing your various activities while you're still in hyperspace, you all hear the ship's intercom click on, and Tom, your sat-nav system, says, "Will the crew of the Far Out please move to the bridge? We are going to be coming out of hyperspace at any moment."
I finished my calibrations just in time.
I accidentally shoot a hole in somebody
Mhm.
else's bed.
Good thing there's like 12 of these damn
There's 8
things.
beds, yeah. So, it'll probably be fine.
And
It was Josh's bed specifically.
That's
Damn.
impossible because I did not sleep in the same room that you're in.
It went through the wall and hit Josh's bed.
That doesn't make any
That's
sense. There's a
impossible.
hallway in the way.
Can I roll for this?
No. So see, if I make you able to shoot a hole inside your ship that goes through multiple walls, think of the implications of
It gets
how
stopped
easily
by
you could all
beds.
fucking die.
It gets stopped by beds only.
Gets
and it
stopped
hit
by
a bed.
gets stopped by beds, but doesn't get stopped by space metal. Makes sense.
Bed
Yeah, they're space
beam.
beds. Space beds.
Anyway, yeah, Tom
Yeah,
is
Got that
anyway.
micromodal fabric. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
good
Tom. Yeah, you shoot one of the beds for no reason. Tom makes his way, or Tom doesn't go anywhere because
Tom?
he's built into the ship.
Just a
Tom
robot.
has told you to all go to the bridge.
Go to the bridge. I finished stacking up my largest medicine, which is a man-sized syringe, and go to the bridge.
There's a man-sized syringe in the medical bay, a thing that may be concerning to some of you.
What? Have you never seen the nurse cosplay with the man-sized syringe?
No,
that
I
she
have.
holds?
I have. I just
Good,
didn't,
I know-
I
Seeing
didn't know
it
you had one of
doesn't
these.
mean that it's good.
It's got heroin in it.
Oh, neat.
We found a new
Nice.
use for it in space.
All right, so I'm assuming you all have gone to the bridge at this point.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
This is
Yeah.
what I was doing.
As you
when
make
I
your
was
way onto
doing
the bridge,
it.
you see that a few more newly upholstered chairs have been added to this place. One at the comm station on the left side of the bridge, one at the
I don't trust
station
these chairs.
on the right, covered in holographic monitors with various displays of the far-out systems, and one at the very front of the bridge where the piloting controls are. Tom greets you cheerily. Hello, Captain Swissy, Co-Captain Josh, Dr. Boco. We should be dropping out of hyperspace in 3, 2, 1. And as he says that, the Technicolor lights through the windows, seats are stretching, and you see a star field in every direction. Slightly more troubling is you see an abundance of asteroids in front of you. Like, directly in front of you. Tom goes, "Oh, bugger. What do you do?"
Tell me the size of these asteroids.
Large.
I begin running the calculations.
Not the
How
not the
fucked
size
are we?
not the size of your ship, but big enough that it's going to cause issues if you hit one.
How big is our ship?
Fairly
Like
large.
5x9? 5x9?
Sure.
Yeah,
What?
it's 5 feet by 9 feet. We're crammed into a slightly large coffin floating through space.
The ship is decently sized. I haven't given it precise measurements because I don't know how big spaceships are.
I
Fair.
go to a large screen near me. I begin running the simulations. I begin making the calculations.
All right.
How fucked are we?
Roll me lasers. That's a thing you're good at, I think. So lasers, you want to roll below your number. You are an expert because you're an engineer, so you could do all the math real good. I don't know that you're
So
prepared
I roll
necessarily, so
2?
roll 2d6.
Nice.
6 and a 2. So yeah, you roll 1 success. So if one die succeeds, you barely management. The GM inflicts a complication, harm, or cost. So you get over to these
Can I help with this? Because I am a doctor. I've never clarified what type of doctor I am.
medical.
I thought the fact that you were medical,
Doesn't
Made
mean
it
that's
very
the only
clear.
doctorate I have.
Boco, if you have a man-sized needle, you have to be a medical doctor. You can't
I-
have both. You can't have
Where-
both,
I
Boco.
poked the
pick
needle into
one.
I
an
don't think
asteroid
that
and
you
it
could
connected to
necessarily help
heroin.
with this unless you wanted to like take control of the take the pilot controls of the ship. You could help that way. If
Well, I
you
assume
wanted to.
someone else was gonna do something else. I'm trying to see how fucked we are. I want like a number I can come back with.
So you.
If I chart a path along the way, so be it.
Yeah, you see. So you managed to get to the console and turn on the I don't want to say radar or sonar because I don't know that either of those things would necessarily work. In
It's not
space.
sonar.
You turn on the mini map, and
Sensors.
you
Nice.
you turn on the sensors and you start getting a feel for like what you could take, what sort of path you could take through the asteroids. The complication here is that it's going to be difficult, and the far out will probably sustain some damage, but you're pretty sure you can get it out of here without you all crashing and dying in space.
Can it be
Yeah, that was
canon
kinda
that when I
sad.
went to go interface with like this cool touch pen, my hand like exploded in a bunch of these like robotic little tentacle things to like hit all the buttons, like this one GIF I saw?
Yeah,
Like in
exact-
Ghost in the Shell, yeah.
exactly.
Is
like
that
in
is
Ghost in
that
the
what
Shell.
that's from?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
no,
I've
your-
just seen the
your-
GIF. I've never
Your
seen
I
that
have
hand,
one.
no
your
idea what you're
hands,
talking about.
your hand splits into a bunch of much smaller fingers, so you can hit many.
Ew,
buttons
like
all at
Inspector
once.
Gadget.
Yeah. Which is kind of. But Inspector Gadget really just is the Netflix version of Ghost in the Shell. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, I'm pretty sure there is a Netflix
I've been
version
meaning
of
to
Ghost in
watch
the Shell.
Ghost in the Shell, but there's like I don't know where you start. It's
I watched
confusing.
the original movie from like the 90s.
You don't have to.
Sounds
It actually doesn't tie into anything very much.
Doesn't, but
Oh,
it's a
I
very
see.
good. It's a very good movie, though.
It's a good movie. Josh has typed out all these numbers and charted a path. I don't know if he's telling the rest of you about this. Presumably, the other two of you are not standing idly as you just kind of fly into an asteroid field.
Yeah, I start yelling out numbers. Not all of them are helpful.
What if we
Alright.
blast it?
The ship
That
does
will
have,
make more asteroids.
The
You
ship does have
absolute buffoon.
powerful weapons. You could try it.
Yeah,
Let's
you could
blast
try
it.
dusting a couple things.
I'm gonna try-
That could be the
gonna
thing
try-
you're doing.
I'm gonna try blasting it.
Okay.
You know that asteroids are like on average like the size of Pluto.
So
I'm gonna
Josh,
blast it.
Josh has run over the system. The weapons are at the same places systems, or they're at the same station. They're like a little bit more to the right though. So you run over to the
Alright.
console and pound one of the buttons. So I'm gonna say this is.
Can it be like
one-
what if
one
I?
dis-
Can I specifically go for like the drill laser? Try to drill our way through this bitch.
like a boring
You know what
laser?
I mean? Is there a thing like that? Yeah.
We'll see how good you roll. 2d6.
Alright,
I will
what do I
say you're
roll?
I will say you're an expert because you're a hotshot and blasting first, asking questions later. This is literally lasers because you're shooting lasers.
Shooting lasers. Imagine using feelings to use the laser gun.
No, you're definitely. This is
2d6.
definitely lasers. So 2d6.
Wow.
0 successes. well,
Damn.
He
I
turns
tried
on the
well.
brave lights.
so as Boco has stated, you turn on the lasers and you start blasting, and it does in fact just divide the asteroids into somewhat more manageable but much more numerous amounts of asteroids, which also fucks up Josh's calculations somewhat. Boco, will you
I'm
like
gonna
to try
sla-
anything to remedy this situation?
I'm going to
Without stopping my typing with my robot hand, I just slowly turn my head to the right and stare at Swissy.
It
I'm
could have
gonna
worked.
slap myself down.
This
in
is
the
Shadow the
pilot seat.
Hedgehog all over again.
All right,
But
Boco
no,
is
That
going
was
to
Josh-
3,000 years ago. Let it go.
Josh, canonically, Shadow the Hedgehog never happened.
Depends when we got kidnapped.
We got kidnapped in December of last year.
in
we?
December of
Or did we?
2019.
Prove it.
Shit. This is just like I imagine us having done a Shadow the Hedgehog playthrough in about 4 months after we got kidnapped would have gone.
Anyway, I'm gonna slap myself down in the pilot seat and use my bullet hell ability background to
Yeah.
pilot the ship.
No,
good.
you fucking play Toho and all that shit. You're prepared for many
Yeah,
projectiles.
dude, just hold the shift button, look at the hitbox, and go through the bullets.
Makes sense. So yeah, I'll let you do that. I'll do that 2d6 because you're an expert at this, and you get the 1. So 2d6.
Is that
And
lasers
I'm-
or feelings?
I'm gonna say feelings because you don't really like science
Okay.
a bullet hell. You just sort of feel your way through it.
Hmm.
Number 3, 1 success. Okay, so you quickly, as Swissy continues mashing the laser button, I assume, you quickly take control of the ship, and the engine hums to life. And you, to the best of your ability, try to avoid at least the bigger, more dangerous-looking asteroids. So you get some cosmetic damage done to the ship, but nothing's critical.
Radical.
Nothing critical seems to have been struck yet.
Would
And
you look at that?
so yeah, you're about, I'm gonna say, like halfway through this asteroid field. And
It all worked out.
There is now, unfortunately, some of the debris that Swissy has blasted has knocked into other asteroids, sending them out of orbit. So there are kind of 2 really big ones on either side of you that are coming towards you, and that's going to be problematic very soon. Unless you want to be a far-out sandwich.
Hmm.
Ball is
Far
in your
out, dude.
court. What would one or multiple of you like to do?
Pew pew.
Okay, so there's.
I'm gonna let Josh go first because just hitting the laser button didn't work last time.
It could work this time.
It's
So you're banned
simple.
from lasers.
I sigh a deep sigh of regret as I realize this will fuck up all of my calibrations, and I overcharge the engine.
All right, you put full power to engine. Roll lasers for me.
The engine is powered.
One
by
or
It is
two?
Two, because you're an engineer.
Shit.
It says 0 success.
My calibrations!
No. You got a laser feelings. So you can.
Oh, I got laser feelings.
You can. That's either one success, or you can ask me a question and try again.
I will ask you a question.
Sure.
Intro again.
The question, of course, is, have I run? What have my simulations told me will happen if I successfully overcharge the engine? Because I haven't done it yet. Am I going to kill us?
The ship might power down for a little bit while it like cools down. You might be just kind of drifting in space, but you won't. As far as you know, you won't the ship won't explode. The ship
Works for me.
The ship can run over maximum capacity for a very limited amount of time. Oh yeah, there you go. 2 successes. So yeah, you did it. Good job.
Nice.
I yell, hold on to your butts.
I grab my ass.
As I want to do dramatically, where I want to have pull my hand back as it retracts into a normalish hands again, and then just hit one big button.
Yep. So yeah, you do this. Boco, you buckle in to your seat. Swissy, you grab your own ass, still standing up.
Clap,
Yes.
clap.
And as the engines are overcharged, you see a light on the console in front of you, Boco, and know what that means, I guess, because this has been your ship for a bit. The 3 of your ship, I should
Oh
say.
no!
Yeah, so you know that Josh has overclocked the engines, giving you a little bit of extra speed. You factor that into your piloting, and you all get out of the asteroid field, and now you are drifting a little bit, waiting for the engines to cool down enough to go back on.
Look at that. All in
My
a day's work.
calibrations.
And Swissy, you fall backwards as the ship lurches forwards.
Oh, come on. I grab my ass and everything.
Yeah, well.
Swissy has been figured.
So
Yeah.
This
now
is
that you
the
made it
end
through
of
the
Swissy,
asteroid
by the way.
field, and as you're waiting for Tom's announcement that the engines are ready to go again, you can now see the gas giant Owo before you in the distance, and around it you see several moons. You recognize your destination as a
Is that spelled O-W-O?
Yeah.
It is.
Hmm.
You recognize
Almost
your destination as a holographic reticle on the window moves over it and enhances the view, allowing you to see the jungle moon 003. You see your destination.
Wait, why isn't
there.
it 030?
Don't worry about it.
It's because it's the 3rd moon. There are several moons. 003 is the 3rd one. I'm using Star Wars rules.
I know.
The first and second
Yeah.
are Glomp and Nuzzles you.
Swissy, don't
No,
make
the
me
planet
post
is
the email.
Owo, so the moons would be called Owo also, maybe. Anyway,
What?
the rest of the trip there is fairly uneventful. Eventually, your engines power back on. You have Tom run some diagnostics, and it looks like you're probably going to have to get some of these dings ironed out on once you get back to the egg cup. But other than that, it's probably fine. You bring the ship in for a landing at the colony's coordinates, and Tom informs you that the atmosphere on this planet is breathable, which is a good thing, because you don't have to
Nice.
worry about that then. The Far Out settles onto the landing platform at the colony of Watts. Yeah, so you've all landed. What do you do?
So
Yeah,
what
good
were
thing
we
I
here
blasted that
for?
asteroid, huh?
What
Swissy,
are
that
we
literally
here
hurt
for?
us.
Nah.
You made me throw off my calibrations, Swissy. It's gonna take me weeks
You
of
decimated
repetitive
my
dialogue.
praise score, Swissy.
So, Boco, what are you
It
here?
did
What are you
nothing.
here for? You recall that
What are we here?
The briefing you all received this morning said that the primary scouts for a new colony have gone silent, and they want the 3 of you to investigate and report back.
So do we know where this
And-
colony is other
Yeah,
than just
You're parked in it.
003?
You're parked in it. It's the colony of Watts.
Yeah.
Ah, cool.
You're on the
Watson.
You're on the raised landing platform currently.
I take out my doctor binoculars and look for people.
You don't see anything because you're still in the ship.
I'm gonna get out of the ship.
I get off the ship, yeah.
Yeah, so two
Well,
of
when
you
you said the
simultaneously
landing
have
platform.
to activate the airlocks.
Have fun with the VOD, Fampy.
Yeah, the two of you simultaneously unlock the airlocks because it requires 2 people to open. You all exit the ship. As the 3 of you disembark your ship, it strikes you how eerily quiet this colony is. Usually settlements like this are fairly bustling, and someone would at least be here to greet you at the platform or ask for your credentials, but no such thing has occurred. The only other ship on the platform looks like it hasn't moved in weeks based on the amount of leaves on and around it. The south end of the platform has a set of stairs that lead down to the main dirt road through the center of Watts. As you look off the south side of the platform, on the left side of the road you see a couple of buildings, including a warehouse, what appears to be a security station in front of it connected to a large gate, and a fence that runs around the entirety of the warehouse. You see a sort of like office administrative building a little bit further down the road, and at the end of the road you see the collapsed remains of what appears to be a 3-story apartment complex. Now down to like 1.5 stories, but you can infer based on the amount of wreckage that it was at 1.3 stories. On the right side of the road, there are a few more somewhat familiar-looking buildings. There's a Quick Trip, what seems to be a grocery store, a Blockbuster's inexplicably, some sort of medical tent, and a building at the very end of the road that's difficult to determine the purpose of from here.
I can't believe Blockbuster's made a comeback.
I can't believe Quick Trip is still around.
Yeah, so currently you're on the landing
I have
platform.
reached into my wallet. I pull out my quick rewards card.
You still
You
have.
think that's still gonna
Do you
work?
think this still works?
It's been 3,000 years. Probably.
Yeah, I know, but I was at 14 out of 15 visits. One more and I get a free cheeseburger.
Yo, what
Ooh,
if what if your
This-
reward points gathered like interest over
Interest?
time?
That
Oh,
would be
radical.
wild.
Do
Let's
you
go
own
check.
Quick Trip legally now? Can you cash in enough points to buy Quick Trip?
Maybe this Quick Trip specifically. Let's go check. I want some food.
Yeah,
Alright,
let's go
so,
to the Quick Trip.
Let me
I hope they have
let me
chocolate.
tell you about some things that are on the landing platform
Quick Trip.
first as you get there. So, landing platform is a roughly square-shaped metallic structure that sits above the surrounding tree line to prevent interference in landing. Although with the platform being almost completely covered in leaves, other than the ones you disturbed when the Far Out landed, it's pretty clear that this place must have some wild wind patterns. Other than the Far Out, the only other thing on this platform is another spaceship that seems to have been here for some time. So yeah, you guys still want to go
Cool.
down to the
We
thing?
go to the Quick Trip.
Yeah, Quick Trip.
Sure. All right. I'm sorry. This is my mistake for putting a Quick Trip here. As you make your way down the platform, you still don't see any like people anywhere, and you come down the stairs to go down to the dirt road. You hit up the Quick Trip, and it looks like nobody's been in here in weeks. There is no cashier.
What's on the hot spot?
3-week-old hot dogs and pizza slices.
Well, those would be on the roller grill.
Yeah,
Ooh,
that's
pizza
fair.
slices. Hell yeah!
3-week-old
What
pizza
flavors?
slices.
Is there a slice of breakfast pizza?
Yeah, there's a full breakfast pizza.
I take the entire breakfast pizza. I leave the money on the counter. Wait, is it Thursday or Friday?
I
Well,
don't know
what days.
We
What
really
days
gotta
does this
know
planet
what your
use?
rewards points are right now.
Is
What do
there,
I need
like,
to
a-
roll to see what day of the week it is?
Hold on. I know how to do this. It's the only fair way.
Oh yeah, just find out what the day was we streamed it Far Out 1 on.
No, it's several months after that. It's a Monday.
Shit. That means they're not on sale. I pay full price for the pizza anyways. I mean, I'm one of these bad boys in 3,000 years. I begin eating the pizza as we walk.
Roll feelings for me. 2d6.
Well, remember he's an android, so
That's-
who cares
that's-
about?
Your number
It
is
didn't work.
5. Yeah, the pizza
It's
makes
hard
you,
as a fucking rock.
the pizza makes you quite ill. It may have been kept warm for this amount of time, but this pizza tastes like it's 3 weeks old.
It's a small price to pay.
I've
Yeah,
never been to
other,
Quick Trip
other than
in
that,
my life.
besides like there's regular Quick Trip stuff in here, but no people, no cashier, a 3-week layer of dust on all the surfaces. It looks like no one's like been here for quite some time.
Do they have this? like,
There are also
chocolate
some there's no like external like gas station type area for this place, but you do see
Mhm,
that
obviously.
in one section of the store there are some canisters of star fuel, which is what spaceships use.
Oh.
Yeah,
Do we need any star fuel?
that's what I got.
I quickly run to the bathroom.
Yeah, there's a bathroom.
I throw
Yeah.
up.
Yep, you vomit.
Rip.
You can just do that. Shouldn't have eaten.
I come back.
All right.
I
Josh,
continue eating the pizza.
Oh gosh.
Why? Why are you like this?
Surely there could be other quick trips in the galaxy now, but you know this one exists.
This idea occurs to me as I'm halfway through the pizza. I set it down. I set it in the garbage.
You set it down directly into the garbage can. Excellent. Yeah, so there's
I do the one moment motion with my finger. I go back and I throw up again.
Yes, very
Classy.
good.
All right, I'm back. I'm back
Wait.
and I'm good enough for a bit.
Does Quick Trip lock their bathrooms?
No.
No,
Doesn't
I
matter.
don't think so. It does.
Okay.
They
Do people
don't.
normally lock their house before they suddenly disappear?
So I'm just saying that some.
No, it's just some gas stations do lock their
do-
bathrooms. You need like a key.
Quick Trips is not some gas stations.
I've
they
never
are
been to a Quick Trip. though.
excellent. They're whatever you picture for a gas station, it's wrong.
Marathon.
In
or
Circle K.
7-Eleven.
Quick Trip's much nicer than like 90% of gas stations.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So yeah,
I
there's
exit
there's
the
not,
Quick Trip.
Yeah, there's nothing else really of interest here. So yeah, you exit the quick trip.
Yeah.
So I
Uh,
guess we should go check out that abandoned ship that was right next to us, huh?
Yeah, it'd probably
Yeah,
be good.
probably.
Let's hit that boy up. See what's up with that.
All right, so you all head back up to the landing platform. Still no people. So yeah, at this point, you're pretty sure there
Anything
just aren't
externally
any.
weird about the ship?
The other ship on the platform, as you get up there, it's reddish in color, and it's hard to tell in some places whether it's paint or rust. There's a faded name on the side of the hull, identifying it as the Hellbent. The ship is currently resting on 3 long skiffs that are protruding from the back corners and bow of the vessel. The ship appears to be propelled by 2 large engines that hang off either side and controlled from a raised central bridge rather than the largely planar ship that the 3 of you pilot. As you approach the ship, an intercom above the door crackles to life, and you hear a voice from the other side. "Oh, space god, other sentient beings, hey, guys,
Hi.
Hey.
Hey, what's
Hi.
poppin', dude?
did you guys just, get here? Oh shit, is that your ship?"
Yeah,
Yeah.
we hit the Quick Trip. Don't eat
That's
the
us.
pizza there, it's old.
Yeah, no kidding. I've been here for, a month, and, I'm kinda stuck and running out of shit. Only thing I know is that I came here because I ran out of gas. My name's Dis, by the way.
Oh no.
I came here because I was out of gas, wanted to refuel. I stepped out of the ship for about 2 minutes, saw that there was no one here, saw some spooky movement in the woods, and assumed that something has gone terribly wrong. So, you guys know what's up?
There's Starfield in the Quick Trip.
Oh shit, really? Is it
The
like...
Yeah.
atmosphere's breathable out here, my
That's
dude.
the only thing we know, though. That and I know not to eat the pizza. I throw up again.
Yuck. Are you okay, man?
Yeah, it's
He ate-
fine. I'm part of
he ate
Android
the-
now, so it's probably cool.
He ate an entire pizza.
It's half.
No amount of robot parts could ever satiate his hunger.
Apparently his stomach is not Android.
Yeah, who knew?
Throat
Not
is,
me.
though.
Well,
That's
I
convenient.
am absolutely not coming out of this ship until I know for sure that everything is cool, because I'm pretty sure everybody, I've visited here before and there were alive people, and now there are not alive people, so something is going on.
Well,
and
we're
I am
alive.
not leaving the
Are
ship.
there any people at all? We didn't see anyone.
I haven't seen anybody in a while. I mean, I'm not constantly scanning the town, but I'm also not going out there.
Have you seen dead people?
No, because I made it.
Then-
I made it as far as the edge of the platform before I saw something moving around in one of the buildings that was clearly not a person, and I dipped because I'm a coward.
I see.
I mean, that's valid. If you're not a hotshot like me, ayo. Okay, maybe we could get you the star fuel and then you could help us out. I don't know.
I mean, I'm not coming out of this ship until you all tell me that it is totally cool and safe out there in a convincing manner.
All right, sounds like the star fuel's ours.
That's
I
a
mean-
little rude.
That's a little rude.
we could-
You're just gonna abandon me here to starve to death?
Why don't we
Nothing.
just
I mean,
go-
you could help us.
So are you trying to convince him to leave the ship, basically?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Roll feelings. I'll do. Just roll 1. I don't think you're an expert in convincing people to come to their deaths. Okay.
It's also my number. Oh wait, no, it's not. I lied.
No, your number is 2. So
It's
one
one off.
success. Shit. So the Dis opens up the door a little bit, and he's like, I mean, okay, you guys are gonna protect me, right?
Well, yeah.
The first sign of danger, I'm out. Just letting you know. You're gonna have to be
Sure,
okay with
works
that.
for me.
So,
Yeah,
yeah,
whatever,
I mean, if you weren't there, it'd be the same result. So
fair enough. So he opens the door fully, and you see a tall, like huge. He kind of looks like I don't know if you've seen like a white Bengal tiger. He's sort of like a bipedal one of those. And
He's a furry.
you know from your if you've read up on anything about the like Galactic Federation species and stuff, he is from a race
Was
called
that
the
in the Wikipedia timeline?
Maybe, but you know that this man is a
The
tigress.
list of races timeline.
Yeah,
God.
he's a tigress. And you have a notification pop up that says Dis has tentatively joined the party.
Nice.
So
Whoa.
yeah, so what's going on?
Well, I think that I throw up again.
Dis looks a little bit grossed out. One might say he is disgusted.
Ugh. Sorry. I think I only need a couple more of those, and I should be good.
It's like 1 per half pizza, I think.
How much did you eat? How much did
He
you
ate
eat
half a
before
pizza.
this?
I'm always snacking, dude.
He was hungry when we got here, so he ate half the breakfast pizza that was 3 weeks old.
Running engine calibrations makes me snacky, and all I do
He's
is
got
run engine calibrations.
This is why I eat chocolate instead.
he's got a hole in his stomach now, so he has to eat constantly, or else he'll die.
I have to convert enough calories to be able to use my arm gun, so it's my daily recommended calorie count is like 10 times a normal person's.
Sounds about right. So yeah, I guess I'll just follow after you guys at a safe distance.
Yeah, sure, dude.
Yeah, my dude.
All right.
Let's
so,
roll out. I attempt a combat roll.
All right.
You throw up again.
You do
You
it.
succeed.
Yeah, you throw up again.
All right.
I throw up again because of the sudden motion.
You throw up during the combat.
I guess
But
we should head
each
towards
one
the
of
woods,
these
right?
is reducing my toxic counter by 1.
All right. I guess we should head toward the woods, right?
So
Why the
there's a big
Well, because the guy he mentioned spookies in the woods.
Why would we rush for them? Couldn't we check out some of the other buildings first?
I want to see what movies are in the blockbuster.
I mean,
Yeah,
you're
we
right.
gotta go check out the Blockbuster.
Sure, let's check out the fucking blockbuster.
All
You're
right,
right.
so you
I'm
make
sorry.
your way back down the
What was I thinking?
you make your way back down the stairs to the central dirt road of Watts. There's a quick trip off the side. You walk past the quick trip, past a fresh market that smells incredibly not fresh, and to the Blockbusters that's inexplicably just kind of here. As you enter the Blockbusters, it looks immaculate. It looks like nobody's touched this building in like a month, but like it was really clean.
Can you believe that shit?
What does
Oh
it mean?
shit! Swissy is subscribed for 19 months, saying I'll let you
Whoa.
block my buster. Upsetting.
That happened in Smash earlier.
Oh shit!
That's
I
why
just
it was
realized
mad.
something. The far out thing is on the very top layer instead of the bottom one. There we go. Fixed that.
Foolish.
You feel.
Yeah. So there's nothing like particularly useful in the Blockbuster, but you could steal some movies if you wanted.
What
not
are the
like a-
recent releases?
Star Wars Episode 275.
Nice.
Paul Blart Mall Cop
Who's in it?
3.
Oh,
I
Robo Blart.
I should have known better than to not make a fake list of movies for this. High School Musical.
Yeah, but
Just like the original trilogies in here.
why is that in recent
Disney has
releases?
taken it out of the
This
vault.
together. Yes, we are.
At least Disney has somewhat
wait.
recently taken it out of the vault, I guess.
Mhm.
I sprint for the J section.
All right. What
I
are you
have to know.
What are you looking for?
How many John Wick movies did they make?
He's still making them. Keanu Reeves is immortal.
Keanu
He
Reeves
has
is
to be.
immortal. He's not. Yeah, so
Most
they're
recent was John Wick 69.
Nice.
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 Feel like he would make more than that in 3,000 years, but
It's
He had to up the
It's
budget
John Wick
briefly.
2099. It's a John Wick and Blade Runner crossover.
29
Yo.
was the Marvel
I
thing.
almost pass out from
Holy
excitement, but instead I
shit.
throw up and I take the movie.
I would
Wait,
watch the shit out of that.
It was Blade Runner 2070. 2099 was a line of Marvel comics.
Ah.
All right, no one likes a fucking nerd.
Well, I said what I said.
Well,
It
I
takes
hate to break
20.
it to
It
you,
takes
but
20.
at
It
least
takes place
one
20
person-
years after Blade Runner. Shut up.
There you go.
Got him.
No, that would be 29 years.
Okay.
That's still 20 years.
That's almost 30.
Yeah, but
Anyway, yeah,
it's
I wanna see-
there's nothing particularly of interest in the blockbuster other than films at a somewhat reasonable price.
Well, why would it be here if it wasn't important? I
Because
go to the
thought-
back room to
I
see
got
what the
John
re-
Wick 2099. Shut
Because
up.
I thought it would be funny. That's why.
I go to the back room to look for the movies that are coming out next week.
My
they're-
God.
They're all the movies that you don't have keys for the back room.
Lasers.
Are you gonna try to blast out the
Good.
back room of this?
Yes.
Is there anything weird going on in here aside from 3 weeks of deaths?
Nope.
No, but
No. Roll.
I leave.
Roll lasers. 1d6.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, you failed.
Wait,
it's
who?
an anti-laser
Me? Boco?
door.
What?
You shot the door.
Wait, they're
with-
trying to blast a door?
I try, Josh. I'm trying to get into the back room. I want to see what comes out next week.
I
I
leave the
combat-
Well,
building.
roll. I
technically,
throw
it's
up
what
again.
would have already come out 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but don't worry about that. I'm oblivious.
In rapid succession, I combat roll. I throw up again. I transform my arm into a gun. I try to lasers the door.
All right. Roll 2d6. No, 3, because you're always prepared to blast. This is established.
Hell,
Yeah.
2 successes and a laser feelings. Would you like to ask
the
me a
laser
question?
feelings. Yeah, what's my toxicity meter at?
I think you're back down to like normal. You're still like a little queasy, but I think you've vomited out everything that was possibly in your stomach at this point.
Do you like my adaptation that for some reason my robot body can do, where if I get poisoned, I just throw up a lot?
Hmm.
It's kind of convenient.
Well, I can give you an honest answer to that question. No. So, yeah, you still get 2 successes. So yeah, you blast down the door to the back room of this blockbuster.
Nice. What's in here?
Blasted.
Movies that you largely wouldn't enjoy because they're
Popular.
Hollywood no longer exists, so what's popular has changed somewhat, but the genre of it really hasn't.
Bollywood.
Jupiter Wood.
There's a lot of rom-coms. There is a new Marvel movie coming out now, but you're probably
What is
not
it?
very interested in that. I don't know. Something. It's
Iron
not.
It's
Man
it's not-
basically like
it's
the
not
same
plot
as
relevant.
you know one of those movies like Expendables or Retired Extremely Dangerous, where it's a bunch of old action stars.
Yeah,
It's one of those, but with
Yeah,
a bunch
it's
of Marvel characters.
It's like that. They
I'd
fucking.
watch that. Oh, did they finally adapt to Marvel Zombies?
No.
Oh,
No, but they did it out.
Maybe
that
this is
Scooby-Doo
why I got
manga.
drunk last time.
No, you were causing
Listen,
a lot of this last time. This time it's Boco's
Yeah,
turn, I
yeah.
guess.
yeah, because I rolled like 5 times last time.
Yeah, there's nothing particularly interesting back here. Although, like, if you wanted to try to take some of these movies to like sell on the black market, I guess you could.
Why would I do that? I take a poster.
Blockbusters exist across the universe, I assume, not just on this one planet.
Now, this
I
might
don't
be
know.
I don't know. This might be the last blockbusters. It
It's-
might have moved from
it's the
whatever
last
fucking
one.
town it is to here.
I take a selfie in front of it and post it on my Insta Galaxy.
Got it. I don't know why it would be named that, but it is now. So yeah, you post it on your Insta Galaxy.
I would call it Intergram, but that's just me.
Intergram.
Well, that would be.
It was that for grandmas?
Oh my god, fuck off. Let's leave the building. I leave the building.
I've already
Yeah,
left the
Swissy,
building. I can't
Swissy,
take
you
a
off the
picture in front
building?
of it if I haven't left it.
I left the building a long time ago.
I leave the building with Boco.
All right,
Like, I
so
was
there's
just there
still
to
there's still that
blast.
mystery building at the end of the street. You're like right across the street from the collapsed apartment complex now. There's a tent behind you that you can surmise from this distance that it's a medical tent. and then the logistics building and the warehouse directly across the street are still here.
I asked Dis if the building was collapsed when he got here.
It was when I got here, but it was sort of a little bit on fire when I got here, so it must have probably just happened. I'll be honest, that was part of the reason I assumed something was going wrong.
That's a fair assumption that you've made.
Let's check it out.
Yes, and then there's that market right next to you that's between the Quick Trip and the Blockbusters.
It smells over there. I don't want to go
full
over
of
there.
stinky food.
Let's check out the building.
The apartment complex?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Yeah, the broken
Yeah.
one.
Sure thing. Let me scroll. So as you make your way to the apartment complex, it's clearly seen better days. As it is once a 3-story building, is now like a story and a half with no livable rooms in it. It seems as though most of the building was kind of unlived in. There's some like basic furniture, but no like personal effects. More or less nothing here is salvageable. The whole bitch is destroyed. The only thing you're able to find is kind of weird. You see like a sleeve sticking out from a piece of rubble, but no like hand, and it doesn't look like somebody's like buried in here. It just looks like some clothes are sticking out, but it's strange.
Oh, it's Kaito.
What?
What?
Don't worry
But
about
look,
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I look at Swissy.
So that's a sleeve there, but no person.
Have you tried checking the other end of the sleeve to see if there's a person there?
Well, I assume it's buried, considering that's what
It's
was
under
just.
some rocks. Yeah. It's under some rubble.
Yeah.
I'll
Can I
try to
move the
yoink it
rubble?
out of the. Oh.
What?
While he does that, I yank the sleeve.
All right. What are you guys doing? I missed what Swissy said.
I'm
Josh
moving
is gonna
the rubble.
yank.
I'm gonna yank the sleeve.
I missed what
Swissy
Swissy
he's
said
moving
again
the
because
rubble.
you both talked over it.
Swissy's moving the rubble.
Okay, so I'm gonna say I'll give it to Josh. I'll give you the, I guess lasers. I'll give you the lasers roll, and Swissy, I'll let you give him a +1. So Swissy, roll 1 die for helping out.
How does
Almost-
that die work?
Just
That's
roll it. Just roll it.
just
It's the
one
same thing.
die.
Roll lasers. No, sorry, roll feelings. I lied. So
Motherfucker.
So, well, I was gonna say I'll use the 3. That's fine, but the 6 works too. Does the same thing. So yeah, you give Josh an extra die. So Josh, you roll 2d6.
Lasers?
To yoink this thing out of here. Yes, lasers.
Oh, laser feelings.
Do you want to take 2 successes or a success and a laser feelings question?
I'll just take 2 successes.
Sounds good.
Yep,
Yeah, so you
3
yoink the
successes,
sleeve out
which
of
is a
here,
crit
and
success.
it gives you a lot more like heft than you were thinking it would, which is weird considering it's just a sleeve of something. And as you pull it out, you realize why that it is much heavier is because there's some like stuff in there. It essentially looks as though this was like it's like a suit coat. With there's like a shirt underneath it and a tie wrapped around it and some pants and what appears to be a completely like imagine if you took all of the bones out of a person and then buried it under a building for 3 weeks, and that's what it
Not
looks
the
like.
bones.
Can I
It's
use
just
my
skin.
Can I use my doctor background to
Yeah,
figure
basically
something
you've
out
pulled
about this
you've
thing?
pulled out a skin sack that used to be a person probably.
Gross.
Would you like to use some doctor stuff to try to figure out what's going
Yes.
on here?
Does it feel like a
Yes.
waterbed?
Hi, Izzy.
Are you gonna jump on it or lay on it?
No.
Is that why you're asking?
I poke it. Does it feel like a waterbed?
It feels like skin.
Yes. It feels like skin. It feels like you don't have much fat on your body probably, but essentially it feels like poking that. Boco, roll
Boing.
2d6
Boing,
feelings.
boing, boing.
No, this is science. Do 2d6 lasers.
Oh, okay. Let me out the input value.
Boco's number was like in between us, right? Yeah, 3.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So 1 success. What you notice is that this person. So you're able to suss out that this looks like it was a person that was. All of their bones are gone.
This man has no bones.
This was
This
a
is
this was a
unforgivable.
human at one point, and now there are no bones in it.
So we're dealing with.
It looks
bone
like they
suckers.
were. What you're able to determine for the moment is that it's I'm trying to think how to phrase this. They died before they were
Bones.
deboned. Like the rubble was collapsed
Well,
on
that's
them.
reassuring.
The rubble was collapsed on them
Do I
in such
see-
a way that it looks like it was like the accident happened first, and it probably snapped their spine. But thankfully,
Do
they
I
no
see
longer have
any
a spine. You have to see any what?
Do I
Nice.
see any possible exit? Do I see any places that the bones would have exited from, or is the skin whole?
The skin is whole. There's no holes in the skin other than
Hmm.
regular human
This man
orifices.
is boneless, but there's no bone exit wound.
What you do notice,
Therefore-
what you do notice is a pair of bite marks on what would have been the hand of this man, on the sleeve that was sticking out from the thing, and you notice
I
that.
know.
You notice that right in time, and this is your complication, to hear a hissing noise come from behind you. All three of you hear this. And Dis
There's a
also,
snake!
Oh
Dis-
my god!
Dis also hears this and freaks out and leaps on top of a piece of furniture in a panic.
The snakes are stealing the bones.
Soups, I fucking hate you.
And now I can reveal the title of this stream: Snakes on a Planet.
Fuck off. Jesus Christ.
Magicast party. It's far out. Snakes on a planet. Would you like to do something about this snake
no.
that you hear?
Blast it.
My eyes turn towards the weapon, whose name is Josh.
Yeah, Swissy.
I wanna
Swissy
blow
says-
Oh, I just. Oh, sorry. Go on.
I-
Before I yell. Steven,
Swissy,
you answer
Swissy wanted to blast it. I'm assuming you also want to blast it.
Oh, I'm always ready to blast it.
All right, so I'm gonna have you and
Blast.
Swissy both roll lasers. Yeah, you
One?
did it.
Or what?
I'll have you do two, Swissy, because you're an expert at shooting shit, especially quickly and without thinking about it.
Glad you know that, because I don't.
Two lasers. So yeah,
Two laser feelings.
two laser feelings. So you can ask me a question if you want, or just take the success.
Success, obviously.
Cool. Yeah. So you and Josh both just you see this snake for a second. You both turn your heads in horror simultaneously, and Swissy, your hand be where your hip be at, and you just fire from the hip at it twice, searing off the ends of
hell
it,
yeah.
and then Josh does one smooth laser motion, completely disintegrating the rest of the snake.
Hell yeah.
Boneless bastards.
Classy.
And
That's why
yeah,
they took everyone else's bones.
so yeah,
My
the,
god, what are they doing with the bones?
Yeah, Dis is nope, I'm out. Let me know when you solve all this. Bye. And he takes off at a dead sprint back towards his ship. The Hellbent.
Does a
Goddamn,
snake catch
he's
it
fast.
halfway between?
No. He's
No, he's a tiger, dude.
Man.
He's
he's
very
so
fast.
fast.
He's very fast, and his reflexes are, one would say, cat-like.
Ha ha!
Like a
Like
panther.
you see him. He doesn't take the stairs. He just in the distance. You see him climb up the side of the platform, digging his claws in, saying nope, 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 nope the entire time. So yeah, you have now sussed out to some degree at least what is going on. There's still the security station in front of the warehouse itself, the logistics building, the building across the street that you didn't really suss out the purpose of, the medical tent, and the market.
So,
Those
I
are
want
the
to
other
see what's in
places
the
you
medical
can
plant.
investigate. Cool. So you...
I leave my arm in gun mode.
Excellent.
I leave my blaster in hand mode, as in it's in my hand.
Excellent. So yeah, you'll both be prepared if you have to shoot anything at this point.
I don't have them ready.
So as
I have a
you
syringe.
make your way into the
Despite
medical
me
tent,
being always prepared.
This tent has some medical supplies. Largely, it's first aid stuff, but it looks like it's been raided as if somebody has gone through it. There's several bottles of medical spray, the kind of which that you're familiar with as a doctor. It's basically like topical healing
Spray on
juice,
Band-Aid.
basically, yeah.
Spray on Band-Aid.
As well as a single pill bottle labeled experimental strength enhancer with a single pill inside. There's also a humanoid deer creature's goopy, boneless form here wearing a medical jacket.
Oh no! Dosan!
Ew.
Yeah, so there's
Gonna
a
pop
deer.
that fucking pill thing.
I take...
You're gonna pop it, or you're gonna take it with you?
no.
I'm gonna pop that fucking pill. Did
I was
stutter?
gonna... Oh no.
All right, roll.
Wait, what's the directions? How many does it say to take?
There's only one.
The only there is only one. There's only one pill.
I will take the pill.
Take it with you or ingest it.
Does Boco
I
give
will-
it to you?
I will.
Or
Oh,
you
did Boco
snatch
pick it up?
from her? Yeah. I assumed so.
Did she?
Yeah, Boco was
I
the
don't-
one who investigated.
I
so
may have missed it.
I will give
Yeah,
her.
Boco
I will
looked
give her the
around, I
chance.
assumed she-
Well, I thought she saw it. I didn't.
No.
I didn't know she grabbed it.
She saw it and you immediately
may not
went,
have told us
Ah,
about
a
it."
random bottle that Boco saw, and then you yeeted
Well,
over to it.
Yeah. Sorry.
Run over, grab it, and pour it down your throat. I wanna examine the pill.
Yeah. Just
See,
never mind
it's-
what I said.
See what's going
roll
on
me,
with it. Can I suss out
Roll me 2d
Feelings.
feelings.
2 dealings?
2 feelings. 2 dice.
I-
Feelings.
Hey.
2 successes. So the experimental strength enhancer basically says it will increase the strength of any humanoid creature that ingests it, allowing them to lift more, run faster, punch harder, those kind of things. Side effects listed are short. It lasts a short duration, so it'll only last for like we'll call it like 10 minutes. It's meant for like fast jobs, basically.
Okay, for construction.
Stuff like that. It's basically to help out to do stuff real quick, and it's experimental, so you assume this isn't the final form of the drug. Other side effects listed are heart failure, because
I pocket it.
it cranks your body into overdrive essentially. Another one that it lists is rage, just like irritability, change in personality, those sorts of things. It's an experimental drug.
I pocket this. I'm not gonna let the others have access to it.
Sounds
Alright.
good.
That's fair.
All right. Anything else you want to do in
is-
the medical tent?
I think I'm gonna grab the spray on Band-Aid also.
Sure. So yeah, you grab a bottle of medical spray and the
I
experimental
put
strength drug.
put it in the other pocket in my doctor.
Sounds good. So you've done that.
I look at the others. Is there anything else in here that you guys want?
What was all of it again?
Just it's basically
I
just like
mean, I don't know what this nerd stuff is.
it's
I heard
basically
the
all
pill
just
part, and I was like, oh.
the first. It's mostly just like first aid stuff. So there's like bandages, disinfectants, that kind of thing.
Look, I may know what a quantum actuator is, but I have no idea what this is. I say gesturing to a roll of gauze.
That's a rule of gauze, Josh.
I'll bring some.
Yeah, it could be anything. I don't know future technology.
Josh, we had this
Medical.
3,000 years ago.
That sounds fake.
I'll bring some
Listen,
bandages.
they
with
just
me.
changed it to
Alright,
microfiber.
so
That's the only difference.
Swissy shoves some bandages in his pocket. Cool.
Deep
Just
in
in
his
case.
trousers.
Just in case you need bandages for a boo boo.
Yep. So the only other things on this side of the road, if you wanted to check them out, are the mystery building at the end of the road and the market.
Well, the market sounds gross. So
So we're
Stinky
going.
smell
Should
bad.
definitely go there.
I'd rather not go to that one.
Like ever?
Well, fine. We can go there, I guess.
We
I'm
might as
not
well
gonna
get
be
it over
happy
with.
about it.
See if we can find anything.
All right. So yeah, the three of you make your way to the market. Much the same as the quick trip, all the fresh foods here are extremely gross. Among the gross foods, there are also 3 terrifying large snakes.
I blast!
Blast.
All right, so two of you blasted 2 of the snakes. I'm gonna have you roll 2d6 for Swissy, 3d6 for Josh, because you're Well, no, I'll have both of you do 3d6. You're both experts.
God damn it!
I was thinking, sorry.
Do this every time!
It didn't change. Well, no. The first one, I'll give you 2 successes if you want, because you got a laser feelings.
I'll do that then.
Okay. So yeah, you both take out 2 of the snakes before you fucking like boom headshot them before they can do much of anything. The Boco, did you want to do something?
Yeah, I want
mean,
to load
Frankly, it's
a...
incredible that you get the landing lasers at all, Swissy, when your margin of error is so small.
Right.
I slap some
You have to get a
sleeping
1 or a
syringes
2.
into my gun.
You slap some what?
Sleeping syringes into my syringe gun. My sleeping.
That the syringe
I'm
gun
gonna-
you have, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I just remember
I'm
how
allowing
laser
this because
feelings.
you're a doctor.
Yeah, because I'm the medic from Team Fortress 2.
All right, so basically you're shooting like a tranquilizer.
You're
at this
German?
snake.
I am predominantly German, yeah.
I'll let you do lasers for that. We'll do, because you're using a weapon tied to your trade, we'll do 2d6.
Hey. No success. Wait, no, that's the laser feelings.
Okay. What do you want to ask me? Because with the laser feeling, you can
Why?
ask me a
About
question
the
and then
snakes?
you can also, with the laser feelings, you can ask me a question and then change what you want to do and roll again. Is why I say that.
What's something now that I'm seeing a non-vaporized snake because the other one just kind of immediately died? Is there anything about them that I'm immediately noticing or that I should know about them?
Okay, so I'm going to say that the bullet time that happens here as Swissy and Josh blast 2 of them, you see the third one start to leap towards you, and again, bullet time, you see it open up some fangs which drip with some sort of venom, and you can surmise that venom is what debones the target if pierced, if the skin is pierced. Other than that, they don't seem to be stronger than other snakes, although you notice the snakes that Swissy and Josh blasted the heads off of, you don't see like a skeleton in there.
Nor should you expect one.
Okay.
So near as you can tell, these
I
are
still-
in fact boneless snakes that inject some sort of poison that debones the things they bite.
So these are regular snakes.
So, like, I guess as it's seen approaching me with its mouth open, I'm gonna try to shove the gun into its mouth.
All right, are you just trying to keep it
With
from
the
biting? Are you trying to
tranquilizer
keep it from? Are you trying to keep it from biting you, or are you trying to shoot it?
Yes. And yes to both.
Okay.
Shove the gun in its mouth, pull the trigger.
All right, yeah, lasers, and I'll give you prepared on this one since you saw it coming. So yeah, 3d6.
Woo!
Josh, you pointed out a minute ago, I just realized how lasers works again.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That I should not be rolling lasers under any circumstances.
You
It's
should be
amazing
trying
I've
to
been-
go. You should be trying to go for feelings. Boco can go for either because she's kind of in the middle.
It's amazing
So-
I've been doing anything. I mean,
so
what am I
one
going to do?
success.
Not blast the snakes?
Well, you just gotta describe it. You just gotta be describing it in a way that's more feelings and headstrong. Like I see the snake, I pick up the nearest blunt object next to me and I bash it. That
If
would
you're,
be
if
feelings.
you're using a laser, I'm gonna make you roll lasers.
It's a laser.
Because it's a
Okay,
laser.
yeah.
You
I
could
mean, that
you could
makes
even
sense.
you could even take your gun out, hold it like flip it so you're holding it by the barrel and just yuck it at him. Feelings.
Well, I'm not going to throw my gun. Don't be foolish.
Yeah. So
But you're the
one,
hot
one
shot.
success. I'll
It'd
say
be
what
cool.
happens is the snake. You try to shoot it as it's coming towards you, but instead what happens is you kind of your hand slips slightly such that you're holding the gun like horizontally to the snake, and the snake tries to
Oh,
bite
yeah,
down on
gangster
you,
shot.
but it doesn't hit it. The snake like bites into the vial where the sleepy spray was, and it sort of
Heck.
pours all over the snake, which starts to make it look a little bit drowsy. It also pours all over your hand, which makes your hand sort of numb.
Start to look drowsy. I look at my hand. My hand is wearing a sleeping cap and holding a pillow. Oh no.
Yeah, so your hand is a little bit numbed at the moment from the sleep.
I shake it.
But the
slip-
snake is also very quickly losing its grip.
You want I should finish that one off or you want to study it?
No, I wanted to dissect it.
Okay. I do a
I
little
reach-
motion and make my gun and hand again.
All right,
I reach into my doctor pocket of holding and pull out a scalpel.
all right. Gonna cut it open alive. That's brutal.
You bet.
Alright.
I also reach in there to get like a vial and see if I can collect some of the poison from its fangs.
All right. So I'll have you do. I don't know if this is a roll necessarily. The snake is disabled. You're not gonna have a problem cutting it open and getting some poison
Radical.
out of there if you're careful. So you use your non-sleepy hand, presumably, to collect the poison from this snake and then slice it open. So you've got that vial secured. You slip it into some sort of metallic case such that you don't just crush it in your pockets. You cut open the snake while it is asleep. You flay it like a fish.
Nice. All that
Yeah, there's just
playtime
no-
in
you-
Cook Sir Delicious is very helpful.
Fascinatingly, there's just no bones in there. It's very a lot of its musculature is
Boneless.
such that it's a that's kind of how it moves around.
Cartilage.
It doesn't need bones
Structure.
to like stay structured. Its muscles
No
are
bone
just,
structure.
its muscles are just very thick.
Hmm.
I am not surprised by any of this development.
Swissy, I guess they don't have bones after all. Look, I
mean,
hold up the muscles.
I mean, space snakes be crazy, right?
I've been saying this since the year 2019.
Yeah, so you have,
Sure have.
you've taken care of the
No
three
one ever
snakes.
listened.
The third one is now like you can surmise by the way that you have flayed it that it is now dead.
Nice.
So yeah. Only other stuff is the building at the end of the street, warehouse, logistics.
So the,
You want to check logistics office?
sure.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. So the three of you make it your way into the small office building. It is fucking chaos in here. It looks like a fight happened in here, but without like guns. The door is not locked.
Gens.
Which
What is a gun?
the building opens up into like a lobby area with several like side offices. I'm reading from the wrong paragraph. 1 second. It seems like this was basically meant for whoever was like the mayor, quote unquote, of this city, whoever was in control of its like day-to-day operations. There are papers literally everywhere in this building, but nothing of particular value or interest until you investigate one of these side offices and you find a cage, like for a pet. You find some sort of pet cage that looks like it was broken out of.
Wonder if this is the source of the snake problem.
You think they had one boneless snake and they just mass reproduced? Does it turn the
could be.
people into snakes?
No, it turns them into meat piles.
Well, yeah, we've surmised that.
But
You've seen
maybe
the,
what if
you've
it's a
seen the
slower
skin
process?
snacks.
Is there a computer in
So-
this room at all?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a computer at the desk. There's like there's like a secretary desk at the front of the building, like right in front of the doors. Want to try to check out that?
I
computer?
crack my human knuckles. I enter hacker man mode.
All right. Roll me 2d6 lasers if you want to try to glean some stuff.
Ooh, laser feelings.
All right. You want to ask
Here's
me
the
a
question I want to ask.
All right.
What is the most likely password it is so I can just guess it?
There's a post-it note, kind of like half hidden under the keyboard.
Jesus.
You see the
Come
bottom
on.
of the post-it note. You pick up the keyboard. It's an analog keyboard, which is weird for one thing because in the ship, like the keyboards you've seen are like holographic.
Digital.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But you
this
can't
one
have
is analog,
keycaps
and
on those.
underneath it there is a post-it note with the password on it.
I knew it.
But
I
it's two words, pass and word.
I set down the keyboard. I type in pass space word. I hit enter. I turn around. I'm in.
Right, so
I
what you
slide over
find,
into
you
office
go
chair.
through. There's not like much. There's a lot of like, boring logistics stuff in here. Well, I guess you might not find it boring, but there's a bunch of logistics stuff in here about like shipping and supply lines and city planning and that kind of stuff. The only thing really of interest you find is in the emails. It looks like they were in the process of like drafting an email about some of the native fauna that they found. which is some sort of boneless snake-like creature. They were going to have it shipped off to Gaius, the corporation that you work for study to figure out kind of like what it was about. They didn't really have a scientist on the ground other than the doctor that was in the medical tent, but they're, a medical doctor, not a veterinarian. And yeah, it looks like the end of the email trails off into a little bit of keyboard smash before they were able to send this email.
Rough.
Interesting.
Bark.
There's gonna be a lot more snakes, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we've killed like 4 of them.
Kind of had a feeling that's what did this town in.
Damn snakes.
Damn snakes.
Damn
Are there like filing cabinets around I can pilfer through? Will I find anything in those?
You'll find files. What are you looking for something in particular?
That's a good question. I guess I should figure that out.
Like, is there something here that you would think is interesting or useful? Because this is basically just an office.
Yeah, never mind.
You're not going to find...
I think we just gotta move on to the next building.
Yeah.
Yep, so left is the security station that's in front of the warehouse itself, and the building at the end of the road.
I'd say security station.
Okay. So the
Sure thing.
security station, it's a small building with single room. There's some surveillance equipment inside that is largely broken down. Like, it looks like it shows a lot of like camera views. A lot of the cameras have like gone out just from disrepair. On one of the monitors, showing a camera pointed towards the eastern edge of the settlement, you see a brief movement that looks a bit larger than a snake, like leaving, like going into the woods.
Snakes in a trench coat.
There's a riot shield in here, and the button that opens the gate that's to the side of the building, the one that would allow you access to the warehouse. But there's nothing else particularly useful.
I'll take the riot shield.
All right.
Well,
I'll let Swissy take the riot shield. That seems like more of a feelings weapon.
Hell yeah.
Yes, my favorite feelings.
It is just a big board.
all right, yeah, it's
In a way,
a big
in a manner
big
of
board
speaking,
that
it's a
says
board.
it's a big board that says security on the front of it. There's a little glass panel that you can see through. Yep, it's a
Besides, then
riot
he can
shield.
give me he can like double brace behind it and like charge, and then I'll just like go behind him for cover and pew pew.
Yeah, you bet.
It's genius.
Yeah. So, the only other thing in here was the security cameras, which show a whole lot of nothing for the most part, and the button that opens the gate.
Very nice. Let's open the gate.
All right. You push the button.
Yeah, dude.
An alarm noise that goes like, the noise that happens when like
Yeah.
big metal gates open. It does that,
Yeah, I
and
get
the gate opens, allowing you access
Hell
to
yeah.
the warehouse.
Let's see what's in the warehouse.
All right.
Let's do it.
Hit me
So
with that.
the three of you make your way past the barbed wire topped chain link fence that surrounds the warehouse through the gate that sits a few dozen feet from the entrance. Inside the warehouse, you guys see a lot of like random supplies, mostly stuff like farming equipment and tree cutting machines. Basically, the stuff that they were going to use to expand the colony and build more buildings. There's a lot of like lumber in here and metals and that sort of stuff. Yeah, Swissy loves it.
Lumber.
There's nothing particularly valuable or portable in here, though the farming equipment could be used for crude weapons. There's stuff like, shears, axes, that kind of thing. Not everything is lasers. Sometimes it's manual. And at the very back of the warehouse is a trio of melted people. 2 human men
Swissy.
in security uniforms and a centaur-like woman in a business suit, all of whom are in fleshy puddles. Completely removed of all
Gross.
bones.
Rest in peace.
Wait
Alright.
a second.
You
Did
could
it
take
flesh
one
or
of these.
fly hooves?
You could take this axe and just go full medieval on these guys.
Yeah, you damn right I could.
You can go all board and sword, except it's an axe and a riot shield.
As you do.
I'm willing to modify this riot shield so you can wear it on one arm.
Can you not normally? How do riot shields work?
Riot shields are pretty big.
They're pretty big.
Generally, how I have seen riot shields used in more realistic media is the people in the front have the riot shields, and the people behind them are the ones with actual weaponry.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's why we need to modify it.
What if we modified it so there's pitchforks, right? What if we took the fork part of it and put it on the front of the riot shield so it's also a weapon? I could just hit
Yeah,
people
we
with
can make
riot
it
shield.
spiked.
Yeah, let's
I'll
just make a
engineer this
spiky
shit.
riot shield. Let's do that.
Hell yeah, dude. I
brother.
begin to get an engineering.
All right, so I'm
Begin
gonna give you 2d6 do lasers.
Can I help Josh craft?
Sure. How do you help him?
I know lumber. So like if there's anything lumber related, like if we need to build a frame for the front of this riot shield to attach things to, I can do that.
All right. Roll me a d6. We'll do feelings.
Hey.
Success. All right. So you give him one more d. So you get 3d6, Josh.
You got a D.
Oh my
3
god.
successes. This is.
Oh my god.
If 3 dice succeed, you get a critical success. The GM tells you some extra effect you get. So, this is the most. Swissy helps you get like a thin piece of lumber to like reinforce the front of the thing. It basically cuts off like right where the shield is, so you still have visibility, or where the like glass plate is, and you're able to weld on some metal parts to the shield, holding the piece of lumber in place, and screw on these. You cut down the tops of some of the like rakes and pitchforks and stuff. Basically, you try not to make it too like cumbersome. So you have created a fairly competent one-armed riot shield with some spiky bits on the front. It can still be held with
Nice.
2 arms, but you can also wear it on 1 arm.
Sick.
Classy.
It just might be. It's just gonna be
Yeah.
awkward unless you two-hand it. But now you have
Yeah,
options.
it'll be it'll be
Yeah,
easier to
I'll have
block with 1 hand, but it'll be easier to attack with 2 hands, basically.
Yeah,
Hell
you can two-hand this shit and just start smashing people. Now
That's
that's
what I'm up
now
for.
that's feelings.
Yeah,
That's
no,
feelings
for sure.
right there.
You could even just take it off and hit people with it like a door or some shit.
Yes.
The options are endless. Okay, good. We've got him outfitted with something that fits his play style more.
All right, so
All
yeah,
right, I think that's all I got for this area.
yeah. So there's like farming equipment, lumber, that kind of stuff, and you now have your super cool riot shield. There's 3 corpses, but not a lot you can do about that.
Can't do nothing about them corpses.
Wait, you could build them new bones.
No.
There's
I
wood.
begin engineering skeletons.
They won't
Okay,
come back to life.
They are dead though, and you would have to get the bones in them.
Time to reverse engineer the poison to go backwards.
And again,
it puts the
put-
bones in you.
Again, these people are not alive, so that wouldn't help
Mm.
necessarily.
You don't know
very
that.
dead.
They've
They're
been here.
very dead.
They've been puddled for weeks, as far as you know.
The brain isn't a bone, though.
Yeah, but can you live without being able to move your body in any sort of way at all for 3 weeks?
Have you heard of people in vegetative states?
Okay, yeah, but they still have structure and they still breathe.
Yeah, I think the breathing would be hard without,
Mm.
ribs and shit.
Yeah,
That's my favorite wings place.
ribs and shit. I love ribs.
Your
and
your
shit.
favorite wings place is ribs and shit.
Yep. So
Yeah.
the only other
Yeah.
building that you all
Nice.
have not investigated is the building at the end of the block.
You mean the spooky building that we're obviously supposed to go to?
No, it's not spooky. It's just
Oh,
you,
yeah,
you just
definitely.
can't see what you just couldn't see what it is. It didn't have a big obvious sign in front of it like the Quick Trip or the Blockbusters.
Let's go back to Blockbuster.
All right, let's go.
No.
Now with our newly armored Swissy taking point, I assume.
Yeah.
We're not going to Blockbuster. I go to the other building.
All right, so as you make your way to the last building on the right, it was the farthest down, and there's no like defining features on the side of it that was facing the landing platform, which is why you couldn't really tell what it was. What it is it says there's a sign on the front that was neon. It still is a neon sign, but it's like off. It says Flexi Massages.
Pardon? Run that by me again, please.
Flexi massages.
Massages. It's a massage parlor, essentially.
Owned by Phil Swift or what?
There's a masseuse here.
Alive?
You don't know. You haven't tried to open the door.
I kick open the door.
Then don't say there's a
right.
masseuse here.
Roll me feelings, Josh. 1d6.
Oh shit. Oh.
You use your robot super strength to kick this door real hard, and you hear something on the other side of it crack, as if the door doesn't come down, but you can tell now it's open just far enough in it's like a set of double doors essentially. You can tell from how far you kicked it there was something like barring the door, and you hear somebody inside go like, "Oh shit!"
Hello.
Hello.
Who are you?
Are there snakes in there? Are you a snursin?
No, there are no snakes here. That's why I barred the door.
Okay, sorry about that. I was kicking it for effect. I didn't know it was barred.
Who are you guys? What are you doing here?
To find out about the snake.
Well, I missed like the past 30 seconds because my internet crapped.
Oh, rip.
Josh kicked the door and there's a person inside.
Now the door ended up being barred, so it was apparently helpful that I kicked it. And there's someone inside that we're now speaking to.
What'd they say?
That there aren't snakes in there. Which
that
sounds
there aren't
like
snakes, and who are we? Well, I'm Josh. And these are two other people.
I'm a doctor.
We work for the Gaius Corporation.
That actually catches her attention. She says, "A doctor, Gaius is the name of the corporation." Just
Isn't that your companion from Mass?
It's a character. You're thinking of Garrus. Gaius is a character in Fire Emblem Awakening. There's a.
I don't know anything about that.
So you hear as soon as you say doctor, you hear somebody say, "Back away from the door for just a second." And
I back away from the door for just a second.
All right, you see the doors close, and then you see the doors explode open as a giant. There's a woman inside. She is huge. She has bluish skin and 4 arms that are absolutely. She is absolutely shredded, and she punches the door open with all 4 fists.
Hell yeah!
She goes, "I'm
baller."
Swissy, you don't say that when you meet people.
Oh.
Yeah, so Lexi, or no, you don't know her name. She goes, I'm Lexi. She's the race that these 4-armed people are called, are the Flexani. And the name Flexi's Massages makes a little bit more sense to you now.
Oh, hell yeah. Sign me up.
I don't think this is a good time.
You guys are here to help, I assume?
We've killed like 4 snakes.
Oh, that's
yeah.
good. There are probably more than those, but yeah, that's great.
I'm running out of fingers. I hope there aren't more than that.
That's great. So I'll let you guys kind of know what I saw. So I saw the snakes. I was just kind of like talking with Dr. Fawn, the doctor that was now a pile of goop. And she was like planning an appointment. I came here to basically like help relax the settlers. Seemed like a lucrative business opportunity. New settlers are kind of stressed always. And I saw one of these snakes crawl into the medical tent while I was talking to her. And I was going to say something before it bit her on the ankle. And I assumed it was some sort of like poison snake. So I started like rifling through all the stuff in the medical tent. But it was too late by that point. I saw Dr. Fawn just sort of like... It was weird. It was like the skin stretched around where her bones used to be, and the bones just sort of came out. They just sort of phased out of there, and I don't think that Dr. Fawn had anything that would fix that. I did tear that snake in half with my bare hands, so that one was taken care of.
That's rad.
That's exciting.
So basically, from what I can tell, the venom from the snakes is pretty quick. Dr. Fawn went from deer person to goop in about 15 minutes. And I did notice that there was something much larger than a snake retreating into the woods that way. She points straight across the street towards the same like area where the security camera you saw something go on. That's sort of all of the stuff that I know.
Oh, you're talking about this medicine. I pull out the medicine out of my pocket.
Oh yeah, that's some of the medicine from her tent. It's she mostly just had first aid stuff for like cuts and bruises. She didn't have like
Mm-hmm. I know. I took it.
She didn't have any like anti-deboning medicine.
Yeah, I caught some of the debone. I did get some of the deboning poison though.
Oh, we might be able to work some sort of anti-venom out of
Exactly.
that.
Exactly.
Interesting. So where are you
Won't
guys
have to if we
headed
kill all
next?
the snakes.
On the planet?
Yeah.
I don't... That seems inconceivable. There are a
No,
lot of
you're
snakes
gonna have
on
to
the
ignore
planet.
him here. He's our bashy boy with his shield.
Oh,
Big.
nice. She flexes.
Yeah.
She flexes all four of her arms and goes like, "Yeah, I kind of do that too, but with my fists."
Yeah,
Ah.
see, that's good. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, he's not so much of an idea guy. Let's do your plan, and not eliminate all the snakes on the entire planet.
Why would we
Right.
not want to do that?
What if we just debone to the planet?
Because if we had an anti-venom, then we wouldn't have to try to exterminate every snake on the planet.
What if?
What if you can't get to the anti-venom?
Do
in
you
time, then?
know how big a planet is, as Swissy?
Yeah. Do you know how big our ship's guns are?
About one.
Not
Okay.
big enough to destroy a planet.
We do not travel in the Star Destroyer.
And also, how would that be helpful? If we're gonna destroy the planet, we might as well just
No, we, like-
quarantine it.
Pretty
Yeah,
sure
we just like
pretty
find
sure
big
we'd get
concentrations
fired.
of snake and we blast them.
What do you mean big concentrations of snakes? How do you think the snake thing works? You think they're just gonna all be like, oh hey, all the snakes congregate over here. We have a town meeting.
This is just Snake Church. Nurch.
Listen,
Listen,
I'm tired.
so
Here's the thing. I'm just tired of these goddamn snakes on this motherfucking planet.
Oh, I know. Trust me. I've hated snakes for years and their lack of bones.
listen, I think I've got an idea. First, we double back to the ship. I would like to inject the poison into Tom, see if he can synthesize a reboner, and then and then either wait for him to be done, take that with us, and then go into the woods, or go into the woods and get the reboner after we're done in the woods. Up to
That's
you.
the best thing. That is the best thing you've ever said. Like that's it.
That all makes
I
sense
mean, we
to me.
have
So
time
you,
to
you guys have a
synthesize
ship.
something.
I noticed there was another ship up there, but it hasn't moved. So I'm assuming something went wrong in that
Yeah, it's
direction.
there's just some scaredy cat in there.
Mm-hmm. Don't worry about
Literally.
him. He ran away when he saw Snake. Coward. Then they blasted it.
Should we check if he's like okay?
No.
I mean, he got back in the ship. I'm sure he's fine,
Okay.
unless he was a snake in disguise.
The DM sweats. No, I'm
I
kidding.
don't know.
Anyway, let's.
Yeah, so you guys want to go back to the ship and let Tom start making a anti-venom, basically?
Yeah.
I do.
Sure.
All right, so yeah, I'll let you just take a quick field trip for this, unless there's something else specific you wanted to do on the ship. Basically, Boco goes back to the
Can
medical
I
bay.
ask what's her face for
Sure.
a business card, so I
Flexi?
never forget where to come get that bomb ass massage? Yeah.
Yeah, no, Flexi is amenable, sorry, Lexi is her name.
Lexi is amenable.
Yeah, she's amenable, and hands you a business card, and winks.
Sweet. Ah. Yo,
yeah,
I'll be
so-
back.
So all of you go up to the ship. I guess you take Lexi with you onto your ship, or
Yeah.
Hey, you want to come with? Safer on the ship.
and it's safer in numbers too. We can all watch each other's backs at least until we figure out this whole shit. So Lexi, yeah, she enters the ship with you. Boco goes back to the medical bay, puts the serum on some sort of like scanner for Tom, and Tom's like, "All right, I'll get working on that right away." Anything else you need from me right away, or should I just sort of divert all of my attention to this? I assume.
I don't think the others are doing it. So
Yeah, prioritize
I'm-
this.
Tom and I'm a sat nav. I make fun of him all the time. It's great.
you're not in
This
this
is
room,
just-
Swissy.
Swissy
this is just
Swissy
how-
does that in front of the girl he's trying to impress.
Swissy, if you do this
That-
in this room, I will inject you with the person-sized needle.
All right, I don't do that then.
This is just
No,
the way
I'm okay with.
This is just the way I'm
okay with
programmed
Swissy
to
doing
sound.
this.
I don't know why you need to make a big fuss over it.
Nah,
It's not it's not a big deal, isn't it?
I look off into the middle distance. It's just you remind me of somebody I know.
Somebody that he used to know. Somebody.
You hear
You know what, I
the
get-
sound of the world's smallest violin play on your fucking on the speakers of the ship.
Thanks, Tom. You're my hero.
I pull up a Spacify,
Yeah.
and I start
Spotify.
playing GoTA's greatest hits album to play somebody I used to know through the
Yeah, you haven't-
speakers.
I haven't heard
Of
that
the
song in
ship.
3,000
Yeah,
years.
so you guys just gonna hang out until he's got the stuff
Yeah.
synthesized? Cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna go start
Yeah.
recalibrating the engines in case we need a quick takeoff.
I
yeah,
sort
we're
of
probably
wish
still in
I had
hyper.
written in a giant mass of snakes chasing the ship off the planet now, but I didn't because that'd be wild.
Snake mech. Snake
Like
mech.
that scene from the Razorlock Stark or whatever, where they're sprinting to like the plane.
Mhm.
It's just that, but snakes.
Yeah, well, I didn't write that. So yeah, you guys all kind of just hang out, make yourselves comfortable for the moment. Lexi actually, like, if you want a massage, she's willing to give you one on like one of the. You've got beds.
So you doing massages right now?
I mean, I guess I could. It's gonna take a while to synthesize
I
that
asked her.
antivenom. I assume.
I don't know how long it'll take him. You can use the doctor bed if you want.
You got credits.
Just mind the needles.
You do have credits.
Awesome. Thank you.
Galactic
Yes,
credits. Yeah.
in fact, I do have credits.
All right. So she charges you a reasonable fee, which you transfer to her account, and you receive the most fucking bomb-ass relaxing massage of your life. It's great. She gets all the knots. You don't feel tense anymore at the end of it, and it lasts the exact amount of time that it takes for Tom to synthesize 4 doses of the antivenom. It's like, I can get a bit...
I'm as happy as I've ever been in my life.
Yeah, it's great. She cracks all of her knuckles and goes like, "Well, it sounds like we should get ready to go then, huh? You guys have a spare, like, I don't know, suit or some sort of thing I can use to not have snakes on me? You know what? I'll just use these." And she flexes 4 times.
I like
Is
to
it, like,
point
four
out at some point during this part, you do hear muffled yelling from the engine room.
Oh.
Hmm.
Are you okay, Josh?
What's
Damn
that
it.
about?
I yelled
It's
through
all
like the whole.
off.
What do you mean it's all off?
The calibrations.
I sweat nervously.
Run the calibrations again, Josh. I yell into the horn that goes into the wall that takes my voice down other places.
I mean, I can, but I don't.
To answer your question,
Have you
Malaga,
tried
yes,
turning it
I
off
did,
and on
I
again?
did write this entire adventure about Josh's snakes don't have bones joke.
Snakes don't have bones.
All right,
Snakes
so
don't
yeah,
have
I guess
bones.
the 3 of you are gonna go to the, or the 4 of you, I guess, because Lexi's with you now, are going to go.
Do we want to improvise any weapons for her? Or is she just gonna punch the snakes?
I
I'm
mean,
mostly
she's
worried
got
about her
4.
getting bit.
She's got
Hmm.
guns.
Shut up, Swissy. Let's see. Do we have any spare guns? Like,
Yeah,
laser guns.
I can
You
start
could
trying
probably
to
get-
weld shit together.
Yeah, you could try. You get some stuff from the warehouse and make some like scrap metal into like arm plates, basically, to help her like fend off snakes.
Yeah, basically just like forearm,
Like gauntlet
sort of like
things.
just armored gauntlet, basically, so that she can at least
So they
like
don't bite her.
throw up. If she throws up a forearm, then with one of her 4 arms, then she can catch the snakes mid bite. That looks sick, and
Yeah.
then they won't actually debonify her.
Yep. Yeah. So you've got 4
Yeet.
4 needles worth of the antivenom. Tom's like, "Now I scanned this stuff and it is pretty fast acting. So as long as you get it within the first like minute or so, you should be fine.
Okay, and
Do
we
be
do
careful.
know that
Do be careful. I imagine the deboning process is quite painful."
from what we understand, the deboning process takes 15 minutes, so we should be fine.
Yeah, just make sure you get it in there real quick. Otherwise, there could be permanent like bone shifting, which would not be great.
This could be a new science for bone rearrangement.
Perhaps it has medical applications? I guess we'll find out, won't we? Once we get
Well,
it
we
back-
have one
once we
medical
get it back.
application already.
Not removing bones.
Yes.
All right. Well, cheerio. Good luck. And yeah, Tom wishes you all well as Josh,
See you, Tom. Miss
Josh and Lexi get back from the warehouse with Lexi's new armor gauntlets. And the four of you take off towards a breach in the perimeter fence of Watts. There are, it's woods. There's a lot of woods. You guys all kind of like are careful on your way through the woods. I had another snake encounter in here, but I don't know if we'll have time for it, so I'll just skip it. It wasn't interesting. It was just more snakes.
We blast them.
It was literally just more snakes. That's all I had is more snakes.
We blast them.
So you guys are walking through the woods for about 20 minutes when you come to a part where the trees start to get much, much taller, which is why you didn't see this structure like on your way in when you landed. There is a giant stone pyramid, essentially, with a staircase that leads to a large platform at the top with a throne upon it. And at the very top of the throne of the structure, sitting on a throne, is a man with the lower body of some kind of black snake, but the torso of a man. And surrounding him in all directions on top of this platform are just bones. Just lots of bones.
The Bone Thief!
And he says...
How do they liquefy and solidify the bones?
I train on him.
And then
no.
he
The
says,
skin just peels away and the bones come out.
Yeah, we
then-
don't know how the bones are
I
removed.
see.
There are no bone exit
I immediately
wounds.
train my gun on him, prepared to
well,
fire.
well. You enter the domain of the Bone Lord.
Oh my... I'm
You
so mad.
bitch.
Now, you
Your
two
kind
probably...
has no
Well-
bones, so you take them from others.
Welcome,
I
Bone
understand
that
ones,
both of you
to the
don't get the
Bone
joke.
Lord's domain. Yes, it is true. As snakes on this particular planet, we are born without bones, but using our venom, we can retrieve bones, gaining that which we cannot have ourselves. So I've decided to use the venom of all of the snakes on this entire moon to steal all the bones.
Most twisted shit I've ever heard in my entire goddamn life. And I read the entire timeline from 2019 to now.
Lexi kind of like whispers to you guys from behind. She's like, Naga aren't even native to this moon. I have no idea who the fuck this guy is or why he's here. I'm also pretty sure that Naga have bones. So yeah, the
Hey,
bone-
hey,
the
buddy.
bone- the
Don't
bone
you
lord
have
is a ton-
bones?
Of course not. Snakes don't have bones.
Swissy, we've been over this. Snakes don't have bones.
Well, wait,
What?
where's your
What are
brain
you
being
trying
kept?
to prove right now?
Where's your brain being kept if not in a skull?
It's in my head,
It's just
meat.
meat. It's just meat, Swissy. We've been over this. Now
trying
it's
to
not
psych-
the time.
I'm trying to psych him out. He's not actually a snake. He's just like a snake
He's
guy.
half snake, so he only has half the bones that people
at
do.
this point, the Bone Lord tosses aside a glass of wine and
Of
and it
course.
shatters upon the stone. And he says, "But enough talk. Have at you." And
Have
then
at
and
you.
then he
What is
hurls-
a snake?
and then he hurls a snake at you.
I tried to blast it out of the air.
All right, roll me 3d6 because you're prepared and you're an expert on blasting. 2 successes. So yeah, you shoot the snake out of the air, and quickly the Bone Lord begins descending the stairs and makes a loud hissing sound with his mouth, and a forked tongue comes from his mouth. And then just a shit ton of snakes start crawling out of the bushes and trees all
Oh, no.
around you. So there are now just like a lot of snakes. Would anybody else like
Everyone
to take
go
some
back
sort
to
of-
back, back to back, back to back.
Back to back, I hold up the riot shield.
All right.
Form circle formation.
And the Bone Lord is laughing as he descends the stairs in your direction, hurling more snakes from somewhere. You don't know where he's picking them up from, but there are just a lot of snakes.
I just carve like an arc in front of me to try to cleave the snakes there at least.
Sure. Do it. I don't know if anyone else wants to do anything. 3d6.
I'm going to slap my syringe gun and
Laser
set it for
feelings.
lethal.
Can I ask a question and then reroll?
Sure.
My question is there anything in the environment I could use to cut off some of the snake's path?
Snakes are pretty wily, but the trees in this area are very big.
Okay,
So if
I'm
you
gonna
were-
try
if
to
you-
target a tree.
If you were to knock down a tree, you could probably stop snakes coming from that direction, giving you a bit more of a thing.
Yeah.
I
I'm
know
gonna try to
snakes
cut
can
down a
slither
tree
up. I know snakes can slither up stuff, but generally they need some kind of hold, and these trees are huge.
Yeah.
and
The-
weirdly
the-
smooth.
And the snakes are not that big. There's just a lot.
Okay,
of
so I'm
them.
gonna try to do that to at least like sort of knock off a large chunk of the area we have to worry about. So I'm
Yep.
lasers the tree instead.
Sure. One success. So, you knock over this tree. You do it. A couple of the snakes get through in that direction, and they, two or three of them manage to sink their fangs into you, but they sink their fangs into the robot parts, so you are not poisoned. But you do have like 3 snakes hanging off of you now. But this tree has
It's fine,
cut
as
off.
long as
The
they
tree
stay
has
there.
cut off the incurring snakes. And Lexi grabs a snake in each hand, each of 3 hands off of your body, and crushes them all with her fists.
Thanks, Lexi.
She gives you a thumbs up with the
Damn.
4th hand.
Now that's convenient. What would other people like
What would
to
the
do?
rest of you like to do? There's still a cone of snakes coming at you from the other 180 degrees, and also the Bone Lord is coming down the stairs at you, hurling snakes all the way.
So I think you charge. I think you charge the Bone Lord.
I was just about to say that. I'm gonna charge the Bone Lord and just
Try to slide under him and just bop him up with your shield. Really fuck up his day.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Is there a good way around the backside of the Bone Lord where I can just swirl and bash him down the stairs so he falls the rest of the way like an idiot?
Are you trying to sneak? Are you gonna try to sneak up on him?
Well, no, he knows I'm coming. I'm sure he's looking at us.
Sure.
But I mean, I'm gonna run up and
I'll let you do it
sidestep
if-
at the last second.
I'll let you do it if you roll feelings real good. So roll me 3d6 feelings, because you are prepared and an expert on this weapon. You've never used. Don't worry about it. 2 successes. So you do it. Good job. So you run up the stairs, dodging snakes left and right as you head towards them. You shield block a couple of snakes out of the way that the Bone Lord hurls at you. As you he braces, expecting you to charge him from the front. But instead you run right past him, and he sort of hisses at you as you go past, what? And then you bash him over the back of the head with the spiked shield, and he...
Damn right.
This sends him rolling. He tumbles down the rest of the stairs. He's not dead, but he is...
Haha, idiot. Is he demoralized?
He's demoralized and dizzy from having rolled down half a flight of pyramid stairs. Boco, you wanted to do something?
Boco, fuck him up.
Okay, I like I said, I had set my syringe gun for lethal. I pointed at him and I hold the trigger.
It's a fucking
That's the sound
machine
of it.
syringe gun? That's incredible.
Jesus
Have you
Christ.
not seen the syringe gun from Team Fortress 2?
That is how it works. It's just rapid fire syringes. It's pretty wild.
That's incredible. All right, so I will let you...
I like the crossbow myself though.
The crossbow's real fun, but it doesn't.
I think this would be lasers, since lasers, science and reason and medical science is what you're doing. So give me
Mhm.
give me 3 lasers, because you did say that you did this before Swissy knocked him down. Oh no, have I died?
No,
No, you're good.
You're good.
Okay.
I'm honest. Okay.
All right, 2 successes. So you do it. Good job. The Bone Lord, seeing your incurring attack, kind of shakes off his funk and hurls a couple of holds up a snake in the way. He just pulls a snake out of somewhere and then holds it up, catching a bunch of the needles in the snake. But two of them manage to get past and hit him in each shoulder, and you can see he's starting to fade pretty quickly as your lethal poison injects into him, is what I assume this is.
Yeah.
All
I
right,
do
I've
have an
got-
idea, Josh, but it's up to you. If you want to go, that's perfectly fine.
Lexi, at
No,
this,
no,
Lexi
I-
is basically just aura-auraing all of the snakes that come near you and just
No,
twirling them backwards.
I have
So
an idea,
She's covering
'cause
your backs.
Well, there's still that 180 thing with I'm gonna let you two finish off the snake guy. I have an idea to finish off the rest of this group of snakes.
Hell yeah.
I yell to Lexi, "Throw me!"
Okay. Oh,
Where?
What?
and I sprint, and I
Okay.
jump, and I want her to whip me over the group of snakes that's there, so I can do like a charge shot right in the middle of them, center of mass style, and just nuke the lot.
All right.
You know what? I'll even do this part. I'm gonna set my arm to overcharge to use up all the gun juice I got.
Excellent.
Like this will like toast my arm until I repair it later.
Yeah. I'll let you do that with that consequence. So roll 3d6. I want this to happen very badly. Hell yeah. So Lexi looks at you confused as you start charging at her, but then she kind of like realization dawns on her and she nods, punching 2 snakes out of the way. She sets her other two hands up as like a footstool, and as you step on her hands, she starts lifting up, and then her other 2 hands also go underneath those 2 hands, and she throws you with the full force of 4 arms into the air, high into the air. You take aim, and your aim is true, blasting down and causing basically like a very small nuclear bomb goes off in the center of these snakes. It's extremely bright. Like it hurts to look
Does the
at.
mushroom
for all
cloud
of you.
form in the shape of a snake head?
Yes, exactly. And it's very bright to look at, except for Swissy, who's wearing sunglasses, because that's part of your
Hell yeah.
that's part of your hotshot shit.
Yes.
And yeah,
Yes.
all of the rest of the snakes have been taken care of. At least the ones in it's probably not all the snakes on the moon, but all the snakes in the immediate area have been settled.
Yep, that was my idea. I was like, I just want to take out the rest of these guys, and you two.
That's what I'm talking about.
You two can take out Dreadlord Snake over there.
All right.
And the Bone Lord goes, "No, my brothers and sisters."
And me, I, from my position on the stairs, leap from the stairs,
Yes.
brace my body against the shield, and try to flatten this fucker.
Full force. All right, yeah, 3 feelings. Let's go. 2 successes or 3 successes.
Oh, and a laser feeling.
You could get 3. if
Laser
you
one.
want.
Absolutely.
Crit this fool.
Yeah, you take a flying leap off the stairs as everybody else is blinded for a moment, and as the Bone Lord is looking directly at his exploded snakes, you take a diving leap from the stairs, undeterred because of your sunglasses, braced against the
Can
Can you
shield.
believe that
Combo.
shit?
Oh, Requiem subscribed with Twitch Prime.
Hey,
Thank you,
Quinn.
Requiems.
Hey.
Thank you, Quinn.
You
Thanks,
land.
Quinn.
You land.
Do you
atop
know
the
what you're
Bone
watching
Lord.
though? It's about boneless snakes, Quinn. The entire adventure tonight has been boneless snakes.
I'm so sad that you guys aren't even getting the other reference, which is the most upsetting thing.
We'll go over it later, it's fine.
You land on
Now
top.
what happens?
You land on top of this Naga man, and you hear bones crunch, which
Oh,
as you
I knew
completely
it.
flatten this fool. He does not move again. You take a good, the wind is knocked out of you, but you manage to have the shield take the brunt of that force. So your arm is a
Yes.
little sore, and you're gonna have trouble breathing for a second. You're also
I
gonna
can't
have trouble
breathe.
breathing. You also are gonna have trouble breathing. It breaks your cock right off.
No!
Oh,
No!
no! What a price to pay.
No, yeah.
I'm gonna come strolling up with my
No,
like.
your
just
your wang
small-
is your wang.
I
is
don't have
fine.
medicine for that.
Oh, thank God.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna come walking up with my smoldering arm, just like
Yeah, there's
sparking
there's
and randomly
heat
twitching.
shimmers coming off of Josh's robot arm.
Damn.
Punch him with it.
Now I know what you're saying. You can't just overload all of your electronics to solve problems, but you'd be wrong. I am gonna need to fix this though.
Every adventure seems
I'm
to
a
end with
doctor,
your
not a
arm being
medical.
destroyed.
It's just it's the brunt I must bear.
All right. So as the
I like roll over onto my back inside the shield, and I'm like, did I get him?
Oh yeah, he is real god.
All right. So the
Nice.
three of
These
you and
boneless fuckers
Lexi
messed
watching
up.
is like, wow, you guys are fucking crazy.
Yeah.
As the
Yeah, a little bit.
as the Nagaman is crushed to death, the impact knocked loose some sort of small device, and a hologram comes out of it with it's basically the icon of like a phone with 3 dots that are loading, and the call seems to connect, and it opens a channel to a horrifyingly familiar face, as the Dreadlord Rudd is sitting at a computer desk.
Oh,
Josh turned into a
Josh
demon
has
again.
gone demon mode.
He's like,
I begin trying to blast the phone, but my arm cannon isn't working.
yeah. So the Dreadlord goes, "Yes, Bone Lord, what do you need?" And then he sees the 3 of you and the dead Bone Lord, and also Lexi, I guess. And he goes, "Oh, well, look at you." And then he hangs up.
No, you bastard.
I crushed the phone under my foot.
All right.
Yeah, you destroy the hologram projector phone thing. Yeah, so the threat is dealt with efficiently. Lexi says she's going to clean up here, kind of bury the bodies and get, next of kin information, stuff like that. Now that she's got a couple doses of anti-venom, she feels a little bit better about being here.
I'm going to leave her 3, and I'm going to take 1 with mass production.
Nice. Yeah, so she says she'll come. Lexi says that she will clean up here and evacuate off-world with Dis. Dis is very thankful for the help. They fuel up with the stuff at the quick trip and go about helping Lexi kind of clean up around here. And the 3 of you get back on the far out and call back to Ninja, who goes, "Oh, hey, good job, guys. What happened? What's going on?" I'm assuming you're
Snakes.
calling me because it's a
Got
good
him.
thing.
Rudd is still alive.
Well, yeah, he's the Rudd army is many clones. You would have to take out literally all of them to actually get rid of the Dreadlord Rudd.
I will. I swear, by any god that exists.
Yeah. So,
would you consider Rudd a god?
how'd you guys do? What happened? What was going on in the colony? Also,
Oh, boneless snakes.
boneless snakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boneless snakes.
That doesn't.
Well, I
seem
know
like,
that's just
that doesn't
all
seem
snakes.
that doesn't seem like such a big problem.
Well,
They
they
stole
venom
people's
that
bones.
stole people's bones. It was a little weird.
Oh, yeah. That's a much bigger problem. Actually.
There was also a Snake Lord, but we kicked his ass real hard, even though he had this really dramatic entrance.
He stole my band name.
Oh fuck,
Well,
he did. I
rough.
didn't even realize that. I did that by accident. Excellent.
You
Oh,
accidentally,
is that the second reference you were talking about?
You accidentally put a Dark Dimension reference in this and didn't even notice.
Wait, what was the
Whoops.
Dark Dimension
Wow.
reference?
Bone Lord,
Bone Lord
what's
is
the,
the-
is the name of Sari's favorite band.
Oh,
my God.
It's also the
Yeah.
name of one of my personal band projects that no one knows about.
Yeah, so Ninja's
Well, how
like,
would I?
"Oh,
how
God."
would I have caught that then?
So you guys killed.
Well, I
this-
mean, this is a thing that was stated several times in Dark Dimension.
Wait, you guys killed the fucking Snake Lord?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
bet.
Yeah.
I've also
You guys
found
were
out I
just-
can kind of launch a mini nuke, but only once.
Oh, that's upset. You guys know, like, your mission was just to find out what was happening and take care and like.
Well, the Snake Lord was happening.
Tell us about it. You didn't have to kill the Snake Lord. I mean, I'll put
Well, we did.
I'll put in a good word for you guys. Maybe you guys would do good work as like mercenaries or some shit. Holy fuck.
It does seem like we immediately go hard in the paint. I mean, Swissy literally crushed him to death with his entire body, and the spike shield we made.
Hell yeah.
Holy shit. Yeah, that's
It was
They
pretty
gotta-
badass.
that's
I also
buck wild.
developed an anti-venom.
Oh, neat. Yeah, so if you guys head back to work, especially with the extra work that you guys have done, I'll definitely make sure that you get paid extra. I'll put in the good word with Gaius. All right, well, yeah. Good job, everybody. You can head on home. I'll see you when you get back.
Hell yeah.
Ninja winks a robot eye, and then the call drops. And
Was Joshua aware the last campaign also had Paul Rudd clones? Yeah, I found it out partway through, and it ruined everything. And I knew that there were clones, but I didn't know there was another Dreadlord Rudd.
Well, every time one dies, a new one takes
I was
over the mantle.
hoping that they would be disorganized, and we could use that time to strike. But they've already found a new leader, the bastards.
It's not very hard to vote. They're all just Paul Rudd. Yeah, so...
They get up to the podium and they say, look at me.
And all the other Paul Rudds agree, and then that's the new one.
Yep.
So yeah, that's the adventure. That's all I had written. I'm getting pretty good at writing exactly 2 hours of content for this.
Nice.
It's a crazy skill you're developing.
Yeah, so yeah, that's Magicast
cool.
Party
That was
Far
cool.
Out Snakes on a Planet.
2.
My favorite thing is that we walked up on this dude and he had this whole Castlevania style entrance, and then we just beat his ass.
You rolled very well.
We just totally dunked on him.
You played
Well,
your
we did
you played to
double
your
crit.
strengths.
I mean, that's kind of what happened with Dreadlord Rudd too. He like cut off my arm, but like that was about it.
Yeah, and it got
It's
better 'cause
mostly
it was the
doing
robot one.
cool. Yeah, it's mostly doing cool cinematic shit. Like that was my plan. I was like, well, Swissy and Boco probably can figure out something to kill that guy. I want to take out this other half of snakes, because I'm just here for as much snake murder as possible.
I just have to keep filling this campaign with things Josh doesn't like. Anyway, yeah, that's gonna do it for us tonight. So thanks for watching, everybody. This will be up on YouTube in 2 weeks. And have a good night. We'll be back tomorrow for Dragon Quest.
Dragon Quest.
Bye.
Nice.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.